Good day, everyone. Ali Safi here from Safi Financial Network. Today is June 13, 2024. Here is another daily analysis. Market just had a very light volume today. Doji bar, and nothing spectacular happened. As I said before, yesterday I just mentioned it in daily analysis. After yesterday's surge, we should see some kind of like a pullback, backing and filling. And this is going to be the nature of the market. You will see that nice pop and then consolidating for a couple days, and then another pop, consolidating potentially for a couple days for the next pop to the upside. So this is kind of like the right for the S&P 500 right now. And we're kind of like in the summer valley, as I said. So this is kind of like at the beginning of the correction, and this is April. And after that, I just mentioned that June, July, August could be kind of like a bullish months for the market overall. And right now we are in summer rally. We see some kind of like a sector rotation. Money is coming back to semiconductors. Nvidia still is doing well. Apple is doing well, and also the bottom line is S&P 500 is just keep grinding higher to new all-time high. 54.31 today. S&P just closing zero change compared to yesterday. So this is pretty light volume, 44 million for SPY, which is S&P 500 ETF, and nothing more basically right now. I know that there is kind of like a slight divergence here in MACD, but it doesn't follow up with RSI. So that's everything is doing well for now. And if you see some kind of like a more divergence down the road, we should just take it serious. But right now, I should say market is kind of like in a summer rally period. Moving on to Nasdaq. Let me just move to Nasdaq. Here's the Nasdaq. So Nasdaq just another kind of like a doji bar after yesterday's surge. So this is kind of like the nature of the market. We are pretty close to 20,000. So if you get to 20,000, that is very important psychological level, and I believe that everyone just keep an eye on that one to kind of like a take profit. So if we get, we are kind of like overbought, I should say. For a daily chart, we are very overbought. And even if we go to weekly chart, we are kind of like a very stretched above SMA 20. So whenever this happens, we almost see some kind of like a pullback or consolidation down the road. So the next level that we can see here is this area, which is going to be important level. SMA 20 is going to be sitting there as well. So 18,000 of 18,500, 600 right now. And that's going to be the time frame is going to be August. Potentially August is going to be the time frame. Right now, based on the weekly chart, I don't see any kind of like a pullback yet. Whenever we get into over about stochastic, this means the bull run is just starting. Look at that. So here is the previous bull run. We just got here. This is the period. This is the period. And all we have a good surge to the upside. Right now, we just got into kind of like overbought condition. So we should see some kind of like a nice rally all the way up to the upside for the next few months. Moving on to US 30, which is Dow. Dow is lagging, and still I kind of like a chopping around within this wide range bar. So this is important wide range bar for Dow. And if we get kind of like a buy signal, I should say, we should get above this important supply area, which is a 39,000 area. So if we get a close, daily close above 39,000, and a pullback could be a great buying opportunity for potential new all-time high. So we will see with this one. Moving on to crude, actually gold before crude. Gold just had a downtick today. Gold is in consolidation for a breakdown potentially. If it breaks down, I should say 2150 to 2230, that's going to be the level that everyone needs to expect this one. So right now, gold is forming kind of like a, here is the crossover as well for the short term. Also, this is kind of like the bearish consolidation. And above all, this is kind of like a head and shoulder that we're seeing. All things are coming together for a spike down to this area. So potentially tomorrow or early next week, we can see some kind of like a drop in gold, but this drop could be a great buying opportunity, I should say. Again, 2150 to 2225, 2225. That's the level that we should expect for gold. Moving on to silver. So here is the silver chart. Silver just the hammer today, 76 points to the downside. This bearish consolidation actually triggered to the downside, and we just got into this important breakout zone. And this is kind of like a demand area as well. I believe that silver is very, very close to the bottom. So this choppy consolidation pullback, this is very, very bullish pattern. I know that everyone is just frustrating with this, but when silver break out with potentially three one white soldier move to the upside, that would be great, kind of like a scenario for buy. Silver needs to get above this important pivotal point. So if it gets above this and it pull back, it could be a great buying opportunity for potentially $35 to $36 silver per ounce. Right now, silver is just consolidating prior to the next rally. So stay tuned with that one. Moving on to crude, we just covered this yesterday nicely. And if you haven't seen that one, I believe that I covered it very, very through. Right now, crude is consolidating prior this trend line. So we need to break out. We need to see a breakout. If breakout happens, then 81 to 80 is going to happen. So we can see that one. And then the next rally is going to go all the way up to 84. So crude 80 to 81 could be kind of like at the first trench. But after that, we should see nice rally all the way up to the upside. Moving on to individual names, starting with Bitcoin. Bitcoin, a 2% downtick today. Still, the bigger picture is positive. However, this is kind of like a correction or corrective period for Bit. We are still within this bullish pattern, reverse head and shoulder. And if it triggers to the upside, it can just go to 100K as it is my target this year. Moving on to Ethereum, 2.38% down as well. So Ethereum is forming another bearish consolidation for a next tackle to 32 to 3,300. So this is the level I believe that everyone needs to pay attention, or even lower. As long as we are above this 2,800, let me just make it clear. As long as we are above this 28 pivot, we should be fine. We should be fine. So Ethereum shouldn't go anywhere, and this corrective move is a great buying opportunity. So this is 28.17 pivot, and as long as we are above this, we should just see a momentum keeps grinding higher after a couple correction. Bond yield is coming down today as well. So bond yield just cracked yesterday, important pivotal point, 4.70%, and today is just continuing to the downside. Another lower low close, and I believe that bond yield is just poised for another downtick, potentially to 4%. So this means the rate cut is coming very soon. And if it doesn't happen, that's going to be very bad for the Federal Reserve, because it's going to position Federal Reserve into kind of like in pressure that we need to see more rate cuts down the road. So if they don't want to do more rate cuts down the road, they need to make it gradually. And I know that just the last day, it was kind of like a session, but all indicators, especially bond yield chart, shows me that this is going down. Treasury going higher as well. So this means Treasury break out nicely as we expected. It goes above, like it back test here 90, going back up nicely today as well, $93, and 93, 95, 97 is going to be first tackle. The second one, an important one, is going to be 103, 105. So that's going to be the level that I'm just looking for with Treasury. VIX is down today. Market didn't go anywhere. VIX is down. Dixie just moving higher today. But again, when Dixie and bond yield don't talk to each other, money is coming to dollar. This is it. So it doesn't mean that dollar is going to be stronger for a longer term. I believe that dollar is going to weaker and weaker for the longer term. Because the other federal bank, like central banks around the board, they just do the rate cut, except United States. So that's why dollar is strong. But potentially this is going to go weaker as well. Moving on to magma indicator, $8.74 downtick today, consolidation after yesterday nice move. Apple just going higher as well, new all-time high, new closing all-time high actually for Apple, $214. Look at that. So last 2 days, last 3 days was phenomenal for Apple. Amazon, $3.06 down. Meta, $4.74 down. Microsoft, 52 cents up today, new closing all-time high, 441. And Google, $2.63 down. Netflix, $3.20 up today. So Netflix is kind of like forming a bullish consolidation for a next move to the upside. Tesla, $5.18 up after kind of like a news for Elon Musk for its shareholder. It just challenged this trend line. So this is kind of like a pop. And if it continues to the upside, I believe that Tesla easily can go 250 very, very soon, because this is a nice consolidation we were waiting for this long time. Moving on to SMH, semiconductor index, it goes higher, new all-time high for 267. SOX, the same pattern, 252 cents up. 252.95, $2.72 up. Taiwan Semiconductor, 7 cents down. AMD, 34 cents down. NVIDIA, $4.41 up. Texas Instrument, $2.70 down. And Lam Research, 87 cents up as well. So this is very, very important. When you see semis are strong, there's nothing wrong with overall market, specifically when you see this is kind of like a broad-based rally. Moving on to financials, which I believe they're just forming a kind of like another drop today, but this is very, very interesting just because this is a doji bar. It's kind of like a mixed signal. XLF doji bar, KBE 53 cents down, KRE 75 cents down, and JP Morgan just uptick today. So JP Morgan is going the other way of the sector. When they're down, JP Morgan is up. When they're up, JP Morgan is down, like yesterday. Goldman Sachs as well, $2.35 down. I believe that financials are pretty close to the bottom. Some of them actually, not all. Some of them, like Goldman Sachs, Bank of America. This is kind of like the consolidation that we want to see during correction. Wells Fargo as well. This is a good pattern. So this pattern, I know that it's just coming down to this demand area. As long as it is above this pivotal point, it's just getting ready. This is kind of like an ending diagonal. If it breaks through above a 58, then we can see some kind of like a pop. So today we just got higher low, and this is interesting. So we should see if it follows through, it can go higher. Gold miners coming down sharply today, very, very sharply, 85 cents for GDX. GDXJ, $1.01. AEM, $1.61. Newmont, 43 cents down today. Newmont actually hold up very well. Franco-Nevada, $2.54 down. Gold barrel, 33 cents down. Moving on to XLE, which hit lower low today. So XLE still within this corrective channel, and it doesn't show any kind of like a healthy sign for a follow-up like a crude going up. But I believe that eventually they will go higher. XOP goes down. OIH, $7.07 down today. Exxon, 89 cents down, and Chevron, $1.38 down. So this is very, very important when we see like a divergence in the industry. When crude is up, gold, energy stocks are down, but eventually they will go higher. I believe that this is kind of like a correction for them, and we should see some kind of like a big rally for them as well coming this summertime. All right, I believe I covered everything. If you like this video, please smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, and have a good one. See you on the chart. Bye-bye.